Mm, mm-hmm. Hey everyone, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. I'm your host. I want you to notice this on my desk, a Rampage mini arcade. I mean, are you kidding me? This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. By the way, it's not very good, but it's better than it should be. Um, Rampage was the game that I used to go to the pizza parlor and play all the time. I always wanted to be the werewolf guy. Check out this gameplay. Look at that. That looks correct. That looks absolutely correct. Let's see. Can we start this game? So you can choose who you want to be. I'm going to be Ralph the werewolf. I mean, this is just awesome. Dun, dun, dun. And he goes up and he punches the building. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with my Rampage mini arcade game. I gotta get a Donkey Kong one though that has like real playable action. How you guys doing tonight? I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, hi Lily Penelope. Hello Heather. Say hello, Rajamon Von Wallet. This better not be porn. As far as I know, this will not be porn. I can't promise you it won't be porn, but if it's porn, it'll be a surprise to me too. That is the thing. Yeah, I don't want it to be porn. That's the last thing I want. Um, Tim Christ says the only animated Star Wars I want to see is a pole dancing Rose Tico sandwich artist. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all. Yeah. Good, good, good. Link says we're doing good. Manyfist says I always love the Gorilla Guy Rampage. Mike Merop says wonder Cecil and Nurkish joining you. If they do join me, it'll be Tuesday. So Tuesday nights are High Council nights. A lot of just drama this past Tuesday. That chat was chaos. It was drunken insanity. High Council. I mean, I hosted it here on my page, and I know it went on way too long. It went on for 2 hours and 44 minutes. And as you know, if you listen to my live chats, I like to get in and out. I mean, I don't like to keep you guys very long. I just figure maybe an hour is good. But yeah, those guys, they will go. They were talking about going 7 hours, and I was like, what the, I can't do that. So yeah, so Tuesday is High Council night. It'll be me. It'll be world class bullshitters. It will be a couple of guests. Sometimes Nurkish, sometimes Cecil. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we can have any Cecil. Jason Rogers says, Ethan, I'm going to donate a little more to Richard's book. I thought you'd be happy to hear. I am happy to hear. I believe there are only 5 more days left. Let me get my pointer. There we go. I believe there are only 5 more days left for Diversity in Comics, um, Indiegogo, Jawbreakers. And yeah, if you haven't donated yet, donate. I mean, we want to get it over the $100,000 mark if possible. If you donated $25, donate another $25. Upgrade to the $50 pledge. And if you donated a $50 pledge, donate another $50. Buy a set for your friends. Um, yeah. Let's see. Cecil creeps me out too. Says too legit to quit. Yeah, he is. He's a creepy, creepy creep. Um, Unrelated Coma says, did you see the internet blood sports died tonight? No. What the Kumite is over? Um, yeah. I don't know. Heather C says the chat was boring as F without Cecil. I don't know. Let's see. Uh, Gabriel Bookbinder says, "Have you seen the Star Wars Tie Fighter anime from Otaking77077 on YouTube?" I haven't. Send it over. Cecil just says, "F off." Hi, Cecil. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, Cecil is a degenerate, and like if you're creeped out by Cecil, I don't blame you. What about the Kumite? Says Spartan Guard 18. Yeah, I hope it's okay. I love the Kumite. People Circus, thank you for the super chat. That money goes straight to Ava's Diaper Fund. Sometimes, also, it can occasionally go to Star Wars toys, such as weird effing Star Wars Hot Wheels that I bought tonight that are gonna blow your mind. Um, yeah, what are my thoughts on Von Baudet and street art influence? Poor Von Baudet died too young, and what do I think of him? Yeah, it's nice. I remember looking at his artwork a lot, like in the late '80s and early '90s, and thinking it was pretty neat. Arachnophobe says, "EVS, who do you think the Zodiac killer was?" Serious answer. I mean, I think it was who's the main guy? Lee. You know who I'm talking about. The guy that says he didn't do it, but he did do it, obviously. Um, yeah, Walsey, thank you so much for the super chat. More Cecil. I'm just now watching his older vids. They're amazingly funny. Yeah, I mean, look, go watch Cecil's other vids. Go watch them. And if you haven't subscribed to Diversity, Inclusion, Compassion, Kindness, and Comics, I think you should absolutely do it. He is very entertaining, as someone says, in small doses. And I think that's the case. Mark Nasinski. Now I got it. Mark Nasinski says, "Any brutally honest portfolios coming up?" Yes. You know what? I kind of took the day to goof off today. I finished an illustration for an upcoming project, and then I don't know, like just hung out with the family. But now I can do whatever I want. So I have plenty of time to do brutally honest portfolio reviews. I want to do 3 videos a day. The only video I put up today was my oh BuzzFeed BuzzFeed trivia contest. Did you guys watch the BuzzFeed trivia contest, and what did you think? Did you get 12 out of 12 too? Yeah. It wasn't hard. I don't know why they do that. Like, why do they have to pretend? Why do they get girls to pretend they're into guys' things? I was just talking about this today. It drives me absolutely insane. Now listen, things like Star Wars and things like He-Man, things like comic books, for the most part, like superheroes, are for men. They're aimed at men, and as soon as you try to like kind of change them so that more women instead of just a few women, because I mean it's like a few women like Thanos the way he is, like the Jim Starlin version of Thanos. A few women do like that. But then when you change him to look like Cookie Monster, like on the front of the shirt that was in this month's Loot Crate, and make him look goofy, what you've done is you've driven away all the guys because no guy wants that. No dude digs that. You essentially neuter and destroy these male properties in the hopes that you're going to attract more women. And the bad news is you don't attract more women. You just end up killing them. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Did you buy the Hot Wheels on clearance? They went on clearance today. John, I don't think so. My wife came home from um, Barnes and Noble and said, "Hey, they have a whole big Star Wars section, and they have the C-3PO little figure." And let me see. I'll show you what I bought. I'm gonna review all these. Uh, I'm not gonna show you that yet. I'm not gonna show you the Hot Wheels because those are gonna be a surprise. But, I mean, there is one Hot Wheel that is legit so weird. I can't believe they made it. I mean, it's like it's bizarre. Uh, I got a nice TIE fighter, and this looks really good. It's not a hot. It is a Hot Wheel. Okay, so Hot Wheels made this TIE fighter. I wanted that. Like non-ironically, I wanted that unironically. And then here's a Tico. Here's one of the Tico sisters. Yeah, had to get one of these. And actually, you look at these and you're just like, this is really nice. I mean, it's nicely made. It's too bad the movie was so terrible. Oh, and this is the main figure that I went to get. I needed a C3PO. Like, I want figures of the original characters. Let's see. I bought this, and I'm gonna review this. This is gonna get slammed into the garbage can. I don't know if I can throw hard enough to get this into the garbage can the way I want to throw it. I'm gonna throw this as hard as I can. Boom into the can. Uh, did I buy two of these? I think I bought two of these on accident. All right, so I got two of these. They're both going in the garbage. How did I buy two of these? I wasn't even paying attention. Yeah. Yeah, I might put one in a microwave. I think that's a pretty good idea too. Somebody says that the Zodiac Killer was Ted Cruz. Another person believes that the Zodiac Killer is Memphis Nest. These are all good theories. Yeah, that face or those feels when Nurkic isn't the most creepy one in the live stream. People are really taken by Cecil. A few people, like a very few people, just like a couple people, really love Cecil, and everyone else really hates him and finds him off-putting and weird. So that's interesting. They're saying Cecil is the Zodiac killer. Yeah, people are assuming and theorizing that Ted Cruz might be the Umbrella Guy. We don't know who that Umbrella Guy is. We don't know who his secret identity is. Not sure. So, Elijah Tiemans, thank you for the super chat. Star Wars must burn like an overgrown forest. Sigh. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Did you guys see the Avengers movie and what did you think? Yeah, I might have to go out and see it. I don't want to. When a friend called me today and said it is the best superhero movie ever made, and I just thought, yeah, but how long is it? Like, how long is it? Why can't the best superhero movie ever be made be 40 minutes so I can get in and out of there? Why does it have to be 4 hours long? I will, I will commit Harry Carey. What is it? Is it Harry Carey or is it seppuku? What is it where you stab yourself through the heart? That's what I wanted to do at the end of Avengers too. Mike Parletti, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanos is a pimp. Yeah, he used to be a pimp, but then that T-shirt and Loot Crate made him look absolutely ridiculous. Why? Why are they doing that? Who drew that? If you go back and look at that stupid T-shirt, I mean, he's got a bunch of mundane Matt skulls all around him. How many mundane Matts did Thanos kill? He's sitting there with his googly eyes, looking happy. We gotta stop this. We gotta put a stop to this. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Don Draper says, just wanted to say thank you for giving real Star Wars fans hope. It seemed like there were only Disney fanboys in the theaters, but me and a group of my friends were always truthful to Star Wars. Boycott Solo. Um, yeah, I can't boycott Solo. I've got to actually go see Solo. I got to do it for you guys. A lot of people are saying, why? You're giving these people money. No, I'm giving them money in order to grab the merchandise and show you guys so that it basically quashes your curiosity and that you don't spend your money on it. Kenny Powers says, show us the Hot Wheels, you FAGGOT. No, Kenny, and certainly not when you use that kind of language. Cruder Quotient 1 says, I think you cucked Zach. I didn't mean to cuck Zach. At least I'm promoting his Indiegogo. I think, if you haven't donated to his Indiegogo, you need to do that now. How many Hot Wheels do you have now, says Arachnophobe? Well, I have the Rose Tico one, obviously, okay? And I forgot that I thought I threw this away, but I found it in my desk drawer just in time to mention it in another video the other day. So I got my TIE Fighter. We'll open this TIE Fighter. I got this TIE Fighter, and then I got two more sets of 2 Hot Wheels that I'm going to do reviews of. Alright, let's see. We're opening this. Let me turn this down here so we can actually do a toy review. Inside the box, by the way, I mean, I can't complain about the way these toys look. I mean, that is the thing. If you can get them to make, pieces of Star Wars that you actually care about, like this beautiful TIE Fighter, there's nothing to complain about because they do a great job. The problem is they're expending all of this energy making this. Who wants this? Why do I have two of them? Hold on a second. I might, you know what? I might, oops. I might hot knife one of them. Let's see. Okay. I might hot knife one of those rays. Alright, so we got a booklet in here. We have to show the booklet. I'm way behind in the chat. Sorry, guys. Let's see. I'll catch up to you and let it roll. Jesse N, thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Hey EVS, I didn't go too far on that stream with the council. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Jesse. You were awesome. It was Cecil. Cecil. He tried to start a campaign to get me to leave that thing on my page. I was like, I can't. This is a family channel. You guys know that. TIE Fighter looks like a spy cam. Says E. Michael. It might be. It might be. Yeah, so here we go. So you can get all these different starships. These are beautiful. Look at the speeder bike. I would get this AT-AT. I would get the Slave 1. Let me see if there are any I wouldn't get. I wouldn't get the Combat Assault Tank. That's fake news. I wouldn't get Rey's Speeder. That's fake news. I might get Poe's X-Wing Fighter because I like it, even though it's not real. I wouldn't get Anakin's Skyfighter either. The Pee-wee, thank you for the huge super chat. I really appreciate it. Crowdfunding EVS extra capacity kitchen trash can. That's a great idea. That is a really good idea. What I'd like to do is I'd like to crowdfund a log splitter or stump grinder that I can throw these toys into. And if you're interested in helping me buy a stump grinder to throw Rose Tico toys into, just send your super chats. On the back of this, it looks like we have more. We've got Millennium Falcon, X-Wing Fighter, A-Wing Fighter, a Ski Speeder. Some of these are fake news. Some of these are from the fake movies. Star Destroyer, and then do we have an Imperial TIE Fighter? Oh, First Order TIE Fighter, and then, yeah, they're both First Order TIE Fighters. Heavy Assault Walker. No, no, no. Not doing it. I don't want to buy anything from the Disney movies if I don't have to. Oh, look how nice. I bought this because I looked at it really close and I was really impressed with the detailing right in here. Yeah. Jesse N says, is a wood chipper too fast? A wood chipper would do. I mean, I want to shoot pieces of debris everywhere. I mean, that's the idea. Just throw it in somewhere and then let it just shoot out like little Rose Frico pieces. What is this right here? What does this do? Does it do anything? I guess not. Alright, so we'll put that there. Yeah, I'm really happy with my TIE Fighter purchase. I might buy one of the big TIE Fighters. Whoops. My chair needs to be oiled. It's very squeaky. And it's starting to affect the quality of my videos. You hear that? That's too much. Too much. John Campbell, thank you for the super chat. Keep up the live chats. I'm trying to do one every day. I really am. It's hard though because there is guy code, bro code, and you know, Zach has his Indiegogo to promote. Still though, I mean, what the? Still though, this channel is important, and what is this? How come like the simplest things are difficult for me? What is this? How does it... Does this push in and stay? Yeah. Chris Neville says some of the stands for these suck ass. It's not your fault. Well, Chris, I appreciate that. I appreciate you letting me know. This doesn't work. Emery Kalami says, thank you for the super chat. Ethan, buy a Blendtec blender. Will it blend? That's a good idea. Listen, I'll try anything. I'll try anything. Look at this. How does this supposed to... okay, so here's the socket. Is it this? This doesn't fit. Oh, I just got it in. It fits, but only like one way. And then this. Alright. Get in there. All right, good. Very nice. Got a nice TIE fighter. Very nice TIE fighter. So I do recommend the Hot Wheels actual, like, real replica vehicles, not the weird parody vehicles. I mean, I can't. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, the stuff that they're making. And I'll show you. I'm gonna do. I'll do a whole video about it. I'm gonna do a video about reviewing those two Hot Wheel sets that I got today, that infuriated me when I saw them. The Mr. P channel, thank you for the super chat. Save the saga, boycott SJW, low, go watch DP2 instead. Nah, yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can boycott Soy Low and just leave it to me because I'm gonna be in the theaters. I'll be there with popcorn laughing. Um, oh, I missed a super chat. Justin Carr, thank you very much. Hi, Uncle. What do you think of Count Dankula? Boy, I didn't get into that because my channel isn't meant for that, really. I'm talking about, pop culture. But in a way, it is pop culture. As somebody who's been persecuted for making Nazi jokes myself, which I love to do, I love making Nazi jokes. It's infuriating to watch something that seems to be so transparently unjust, something that should be a simple matter of free speech. If I want to teach my dog how to say Sieg Heil and upload videos on YouTube, how is that a crime? How could that possibly ever be conceived to be a crime for which jail time might be necessary? Nobody's getting hurt. It is funny, and that was funny. It really makes you appreciate living in the United States of America, where we temporarily do still have free speech. Absolutely, absolutely infuriating. He will. I mean, the good thing about this persecution that he is receiving is that he has become a martyr, and people will remember the injustice and nonsense that he went through. You should be able to joke about absolutely anything you want to. I mean, if you joke about, if you make rape jokes or something like that, and people want to say, "Hey, you're not cool. I don't like you." I mean, that makes sense. But the idea of actually making him go through a trial and taking his freedom away from him is sickening beyond belief. And it makes me think that, I mean, society is ill. Really just ill right now, mentally ill. So yeah, I am pro Count Dankula. I got to say hi to him a couple times. I would have him on the show. I'm not quite big enough to have Count Dankula on yet. I'm not the quartering, I'm not Sargon of Akkad just yet, but I will be. And at which time I would love to host people like that and just talk to them and say, hey, yeah. Greg Dougherty, thank you for the mention of, or thank you for supporting Jawbreakers. When is Cyberfrog coming out? Um, when is it coming out, or when is the? I think it'll probably come out like in October. That's when you would have it in your hands. But yeah, the Indiegogo, we're looking at about 2 weeks. There are a couple of business things that I got to take care of first. My wife is working on getting the T-shirts together. There will be, yeah, there'll be a bunch of different T-shirts. We're actually going to make Comic Artist Pro Secrets T-shirts as well that have some of the slogans on it. You'll be able to get the laughing face. And it'll say, this better not be porn. There is going to be a T-shirt that says "Go get Daddy's belt." So if you want one of those, you can get one. But beyond that, it's mostly going to be Cyberfrog. We're going to do a Soylo T-shirt, and we're going to do a Ryan Johnson T-shirt as well. So that is the kind of thing. A Toe Thumbs T-shirt, that's a possibility. Um, I don't know. I just want to offer a bunch of T-shirts to you guys, and yeah, and you guys can tell me what you like. Um, yeah, but I think a lot of people. I'm hearing a lot of private messages about "Go get Daddy's belt," and everybody wants a T-shirt that says that. I don't blame you. So it basically expresses your utter contempt and your desire to punish society at this point. Lady Gaga says, "Don't be a dummy like Sargon is." Now, boy, he really, Sargon really goofed up. I agree. I agree. I don't know what happened to him. Uh, he was interesting for a little while. Like I saw him do that debate at MythCon, and I was like, "Good job, you rocked that dude's world." And then when he went up against, what are you doing debating Richard Spencer anyway? And then Richard Spencer just made him look like a fool. I mean, that's the worst thing in the world is to approach like the leader of like the not like American kind of alt right, which is considered to be the Nazi party by some, and then go at him with like arrogance and contempt, and then it was so much like arrogance that you end up getting your ass handed to you, which is, I mean, it was really embarrassing. I felt bad for Sargon, kinda. People want Rainbow Brute t-shirts. Yeah, okay, we'll do that too. We'll definitely do that too. Jeff Myers wants Ethan Struggle t-shirts. Yeah, I would do that. I would definitely do that. Why not? Can you make a t-shirt based on me, says Surplus? Absolutely. Why not? Yeah, we can just sell one t-shirt to you. I think it would be worth it. But anyway, so that's the plan is to get, maybe two Cyberfrog t-shirts of different varieties. We want them to be like we're going to be able to get up to I think 5XL, all the way down to extra small, so we should be able to accommodate everyone. And we'll have tank tops, we'll have hoodies. Yeah, Andrea is doing all this, so it'll be great. A Rose Tico t-shirt. See, I got it. It has to be parody. I could do Rose Freako. I could do, grumpy little. What did I call her? Grumpy little midget with a scowl or something. I don't know. Yeah, we could do all kinds of stuff like that. That is absolutely fine. But yeah, Batman suggests that we make a T-shirt that says Ava's diaper money. Yeah, like I bought Ava diapers with this T-shirt. Sure, whatever. It's gonna be fun. I want to have merch. I want to be bigger than Jake Paul, or like not bigger than Jake Paul. I want to be more annoying than Jake Paul about my merch. I'll make merch songs. Yeah. Oh, a noted Rose Tico enthusiast shirt. That is that's not bad at all. D Howison says that's not a moon. That's a 5XL Cyberfrog t-shirt. Oh, that's not nice. How cool would it be though to get a 5XL t-shirt and then put Ryan Johnson's head all over it? So if somebody who's wearing that is actually shaped like a perfect circle, yeah, just have Ryan Johnson's head like all over your body, perfectly round. Yeah, that'd be perfect. And these are good ideas. I mean, these are the ideas that I think. Can you imagine going to like? Could you imagine going to like one of these Ryan Johnson like conventions where he's up there doing a panel discussion, upsetting Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's just like, hey, we got to listen to the fans, and he's like, nope. And then the front row is full of guys who weigh 400 pounds, and they're all wearing like Ryan Johnson perfectly round head shirts. Oh my God, that would be great. That would be great. Brian Urban says, I think putting your catchphrases on a t shirt will backfire. I don't see how. I don't see how. Why not? Yeah. These are just ideas, guys. I mean, we're just talking this out. This is a creative meeting. In essence, it's a creative meeting. So you guys let me know if it's a good idea or a bad idea, or what you want to do. Irvin says they won't be funny anymore. Brian, they weren't funny to begin with. They're just catchphrases. I think that having catchphrases in the channel, having catchphrases on a channel that used to be about drawing, but now it's about Star Wars, and now there's actually a laugh track. You guys realize that I am 2 steps away from becoming Urkel? I mean, I'm right on the edge of Urkel. Jesse M, thank you so much for the super chat. T-shirt of your foot compacting the trash can with Star Wars toys. Another fine idea. Another fine idea. Yeah, or I beat women. I don't know if I would do the I beat women. That's definitely a contextual joke. You had to be there to get that. I mean, actually saying I beat women out of context, I wouldn't wear that T-shirt out of the house. You know. Robert Munoz says confirmed. Ethan is transitioning to Urkel. Yeah, yeah. Why not? Did I draw that? Um, yeah, people are talking about pleasuring themselves to Rose Tico. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I've had something to do with that. If I have made Rose Tico slightly more attractive to some of you, I think that's a good thing. Um, Justin Carr wants to know about a picture of my toe thumb. Guys, I don't think it looks like a toe. You can say that all you want. I don't see this as a toe. This looks like a thumb. How is this By the way, I asked Andrea and she was like, "Yeah, yeah, you do." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "No, you do have a toe. You do have toe thumbs." She's always honest with me. So, hmm, yeah. It looks good from the side. It doesn't look like a toe from the side. Yeah, the round part of the thumb is on the wrong side, someone says. Well, I don't know what you mean. I don't know. Yeah. Link says, "Stop biting your nails, Ethan." No, I trimmed them today with a trimmer. I don't bite my nails at all. I don't bite my nails. I don't chew on my nails. I don't bite them. I use a nail clipper. And yeah, I did. I trimmed them today because they were too long, and I've been drawing all night. Like I drew all night last night. I drew until 8 a.m. and I was just like, I'm trimming my nails because they feel like they're in the way. Timote Best says, "Everyone roasting Ethan's thumbs." Yeah, I know. They're saying my nails are too narrow. I don't. What, on my thumb? What? No, your thumb looks like my dad's head. Oh, yeah. Toes are us. Yeah, I don't know. Kenny Power says, "Am I the only one who finds Scarlet Witch a terrible character? Also, I hate Scarlet Witch and Vision as a couple. So creepy." I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. Here's what I liked about here's what I liked about Scarlet Witch. I liked no, not Scarlet Witch, Vision. I liked when John Byrne revealed that Vision was actually the original Human Torch, just like restructured. I love that. And then like he like flamed on and became the original Human Torch again. Those like West Coast Avengers in the 1980s, and that was so good. I love the Human Torch, the android Human Torch. M. Lady says, "Go get daddy's belt. That's real tasteful, Ethan. What are you teaching these young millennials?" Hopefully, I'm teaching them to spank their kids. Because whatever this whole like not spanking your kids thing, it's not working. Didn't work. I know it's not something that we like to do. Most of us shouldn't like to spank our kids. I don't want to spank any kids, but maybe everyone should spank their kids again, just for the sake, for the good of society. So if like yeah, if I can turn things around, if I can use my platform to get some people to spank their kids, I'll feel like this was time not wasted. Um, yeah, let's see. It isn't. Modern Hunk, thank you for the really nice super chat. The toe thumbs are fake news. Rumors started by Star Wars journos because you're on to the Solo plot twist. Super chat is so you can invest in a larger garbage bin. Do you guys really want me to, is my garbage bin too small? I mean, if you want me to go, I'll make a video of me going to Walmart maybe in the middle of the night and buying a like a huge garbage can for my office. Like, what does it need to be big enough to accommodate? Like, what do you like the Millennium Falcon? I mean, I'm wondering. Oh, my Jordan Peterson. So when I went to Barnes and Nobles to buy these Star Wars toys, and behind the counter, like Jordan Peterson's books were all stacked up. They were all stacked up back there, 30% off. Now, I gave away all my comp copies except for the first one that we bought together, me and Andrea, and then the one copy that was autographed. Jordan Peterson signed to me. He only signed one to me. I'm like, I illustrated your whole book. It sold 1 million copies. You only give me one signed copy? I'm gonna send you a stack of them to sign, a whole crate of them. Anyway, I bought 3 copies of them, and I bragged to the lady behind the counter. She's like, "Oh yeah, these are selling really well. Like these are flying off the shelves." I was like, "They are?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, well, I'm the illustrator. I did the illustrations." She said, "She's an old lady," and she wanted to talk about it for a little while. I felt famous. I felt famous. It was nice. Yeah. So people are saying that I should clean my room. That's all part of the getting a bigger trash can. Uh, let's see. Yeah, Army Vet Rod Patreon video says, I'm with Modern Honk. Haters are attacking your self esteem because they know you don't have very many F's to give about shaming your opinion. Yeah, is that what it is? Do people think that, like, making fun of the way I look in any way, like, bothers me? John Campbell calls me a slob, and that does hurt my feelings. I don't think I'm a slob at all. I don't think I'm a slob at all. Draw Cyberfrog Ray. I'm going to. I'm going to draw Cyberfrog tonight. I'm going to get some of the eBay sketches done tonight and turn them into videos. I need to make more drawing videos for people. Otherwise, people get really angry with me when I'm not drawing for them. What's the Bodo says, what's the best way to clean your room without paying for a seminar? I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to ask him that. I guess ask your mom to do it. Floofy Kun, thank you for saying. Oh, I'm thanking people for super chats when there aren't super chats. I don't have to say that all the time. You should draw a picture of Cyberfrog and Atrocitus riding motorcycles together. I don't know. let's leave. Let's put the DC Comics characters down for a little while. D Lunar Fox says we still love you, Ethan. Thank you. Even though. Draw Cyberfrog with toe thumbs. No, no, stop it with the toe thumbs. Mike Perez asks, "Who hurt you?" EVS, who hurt you? You all do. You all hurt me every day. Yeah. Albert Quirky says, "Would saying you look like Ryan Johnson be offensive?" No, I do not look like Ryan Johnson. I know that because a baseball cap fits on my head. I mean, try putting a baseball cap on a basketball. That's what he has to go through. It doesn't work. Baseball caps fit very nicely on my head, and they don't fit on his head, and that's how I know I don't look anything like Ryan Johnson. Juan Soto says, the way Ethan looks doesn't bother me. Juan, that's so kind of you. Thank you. New Jersey Comic Expo, question mark? There is one this weekend. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. Yeah. I got asked if I was going to show up because Billy Tucci's coming along, and yeah. I don't think I'm going to go to that. Ethan, the comic book industry knows. Wait, Nutty Wolfie says, Ethan, did the comic book industry know you were a conservative back in the Green Lantern days? Dude, as soon as I decided I was a conservative, I let them know. We're talking about 2003. And people were just kind of like, well, you shouldn't do that because people hate Republicans. Or comic book people are all liberals and they'll try to shut you down. Well, I mean, the thing about it is that I'm really, really good at my job. So, I mean, you can't. My job, my job is world famous comic book artist. You can't, you can't get me fired from that. That just is what I am. And anywhere I go, my books are gonna do great. Yeah. Albert Quirky says you hit a nerve, Ryan. About Ryan. I, well, I might be a little defensive about that, but yeah. I don't think I look like Ryan Johnson. You know, not at all. Rich556 says Ethan is sexy. If I were gay, I would smash. Well, that assumes that I'm gay. I'm not gay. Rabbit to Cat says, does Pepe stop Cyberfrog's world from ending? Egyptian Pepe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to hurt Matt Fury anymore. Uh, Not at all. Okay, Cecil says, I have been driving and listening. I am not a degenerate. And the way I remember the live stream, I was a perfect gentleman in the epitome of class. Well, you know, that's good. I want you to remember it that way, Cecil, which is why I deleted it. I don't want the evidence to be there to alarm you. Um, yeah. Stevie Sparks, Ryan Johnson's globular melon floating ominously in space and morphing into the Death Star. The Millennial Falcon flying towards it with the dialogue bubble. That's no moon. That's the plan. That's one of the T-shirts that you guys are gonna get. Yeah, that's right. Too legit to quit says excellence will make its own way. Mediocrity sinks under its own weight. It's reality. That's reality. Yeah. People here saying that they love Cecil. Well, one person said that. One person said we love Cecil. The rest of them are saying that they hate Cecil. Don't guys don't hate Cecil. He doesn't deserve hate. He's okay. Yeah. D Lunar Fox says it's all right, Cecil. We know you were drunk. It happens. It happens. Winston Smith loves Cecil too, so that makes two people that hate Cecil. Um, yeah, and Floofy Coon doesn't even know who Cecil is, which is great. All right, more people coming out. Oh yeah, more people. Here's Zizik says he does not like Cecil. I do not like Cecil. He says, do not like Cecil. That is, yeah, that seems to be most of uh, the majority of opinion around here. Surplus says, Albert Quirky, you sound like an SJW. Uh, I don't know if he sounds like an SJW. I need to hear the lisp. Um, and a lot of the F word. Like SJWs lisp and then like scream the F word about everything. It's weird. Forced cursing. T-shirt of Cyberfrog doing the Pepe face. Well, we already did that. We already have Cyberfrog making Pepe face. I think I showed it on the stream. I might do a T-shirt, Cyberfrog Pepe, if you guys are interested in that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean here's Pepe Cyberfrog. Can we see that? Kinda. Okay. So yeah, we've got that going on. If we ever want to relate the two. But the problem is that Matt Fury again. He is the creator of Pepe, and my brother is friends with him, and he has really been traumatized by Pepe becoming a meme for the alt right. Even though I think it's funny, I used to think Pepe memes were very very funny back in the day, before they became the alt right like Nazi kind of thing that they became. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I don't think I would want to do it. Dr. Meatball says, OMG, Ethan and Zach have literally the same amount of people in the chat right now. I only have 357. I hope I'm not bothering him. Pepe isn't alt right, says Robot Nipple Milk. Well, he is, though. He is. I mean, he is whatever people say he is. Um, so, Timote Best says, so when is DNC going to be on the High Council, or did I miss a stream? Yeah, he was on the first stream. Let me explain something about Richard and sharing the microphone. He doesn't do it, and it's not because he's so cool. It's because he literally is incapable of sharing the microphone. He can't follow a conversation. He can't kind of roll with a conversation, and he gets shy or awkward, and he just wants to leave and run away. And that's Zach. That's what he does. So I kind of encourage him to come in there and just be here. Like I think it's good and therapeutic for him to be around other guys. But he can't really roll with the punches. Jeff from World Class Bullshitters is a magnificent conversationalist, really really good. Nurkish is too. When Nurkish isn't being like awful and abusing people with Down syndrome and things like that, he actually is a really really good conversationalist. Now Cecil is a mess, and basically Cecil is like sabotaging every conversation. Yeah, and that is a problem. But he will be permitted to come back to uh, uh, High Council every now and then. Uh, yeah, Timothy says Cecil needs to be there to help DNC. If Cecil were in the chat, DNC definitely would not come. He definitely would not come. Zach would want it to be very orderly, and yeah, and you'd need to let him talk for a long period of time. He is. Finn Saxon says Zach is autistic. He really is. Nurkish is God. Um, let's see. Addis Jeg says, EVS, do you ever draw less complex comic art like European comics? No, I draw more complex art. If anything, like I'm doing a lot of like over rendered kind of gothic Edward Gorey stuff right now that you guys can't see for a little while. Um, I don't like simplicity. I really really like to draw and add information, add form, add shade, to my art. I don't like to just kind of simplify. It just feels like no fun. Yeah. WGCO says, can't all your different personalities just get along? Yeah, we can, just not on the stream. I mean, me and Zach get along great. We get along great, but like when we get together, like actual conversations for a long period of time, it's hard because he just kind of, yeah, he just has a few things to say and then he wants to go. That's kind of how he is, and then he gets out what he needs to say, what's in his heart, in his live streams. Um, and that's the way it is, you know. Arachnophobe says, "Did you just dox Zach's medical condition?" No, I don't think so. I don't think he has a medical condition, not at all. Rebirth Mortal Comics. Hi chat. Hi Ethan. Hey, how you doing? It's great to see you. Lil Raisin Acre says, EVS, do you paint at all? Oil, watercolor, etc. Not in a long time, but now I can. I was telling this to my wife. I was like, here's the thing about working at DC, and now that I'm out of DC Comics, and I will be for a little, at least a year. I say that like so bravely, like I can make it a year on my own. I'm gonna try to make it a year on my own, and if I have to go back to DC, I will. Here's the thing about working at DC. I'm an extremely creative person who wants to kind of run the show. And for the past 2 years, I'm not running the show. I'm drawing scripts that get handed to me. I don't, I mean, I'll do it because the money was so good. They were paying me a lot to just kind of be a team player. I really, really, really want to write my own stories, and I have these things, these ideas in my head. And if I can't write my own stories, I want to talk to the writer and steer the ship with them a little bit, like I used to do with Jeff. And I'm not doing it anymore, and it doesn't feel good. And my art, I think, is showing. Like, it's just showing that I'm kind of just turning it in, you know. I'm rubbing my eye socket as I say this. It's like headache inducing. So I'm just turning it in, and it's not inspired, and it's no fun. Now, being free and freelance and crowdfunding a Cyberfrog comic book, um, yeah, like I just told my wife, I was like, if I want to, I could paint this. Like, really think about it. Like, if I want to do this comic book, if I want to paint it, I can paint it. There's nobody to tell me no. There's nobody who has expectations of what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do. This is completely and totally me trying to give my fans and the people who supported this Kickstarter or Indiegogo the best thing that I'm capable of giving them. And it's just so like I feel like I can breathe. Does it make sense? Yeah. No painting. Well, I'm not saying I'm going to because I don't want to. I want to draw ink. I like doing pen and ink, but I could. That's the whole point. If I just want to paint a page, I can do it. You know. So that is the thing. And if it doesn't work out, you know, if you guys decide you hate Cyberfrog, you hate my next two ideas, I'll go back. You know, I'll go do freelance stuff again. But yeah, I'm just so happy right now. Ill Films, will you show us how to write a comic book script? I don't know how. Here's what I know how to do, Ill Films. I know how to tell a story with pictures, and you know, uh, actually writing dialogue is going to be a challenge for me. I may get help from some friends, but I'm going to try it. As for like just structuring a story, I can do that by myself. Um, uh, Here's a little behind the scenes tidbit. Um, what's its face? Batman. What's that thing that I did with Batman as Green Lantern last year? Dawnbreaker. Yeah, Dawnbreaker was me, and it was scripted by the other guy, but I actually plotted that out and did that myself. Mellow Soul, thank you for the super chat. Can you pitch us another idea apart from Cyberfrog? I remember the other idea about a Rage Virus story. I can, but I'm not going to right now because let's focus on Cyberfrog. Oh, CPP733, thank you for the big super chat. Did Zach take your advice? It would be nice to see Jawbreakers 2 someday soon. Uh, I don't know. He's doing Jawbreakers 2 though, I think. I think he's actually working on that. Yeah. So, I don't know. No, it was called Bastardized. I had a book that the DC was doing. Oh my gosh, called Bastardized way back in 2010. I never finished it. So you know, I mean, I have four ideas right now. One of them is Cyberfrog, but I have four ideas. I'm going with Cyberfrog. If Cyberfrog doesn't work out, I might try something different. But who knows? Who knows? Robert G says, "Yeah, High Council is unlistenable." Exactly. It is. You had to be there. People, I'm getting all these messages from people like, why did you delete it? Because I don't want it on my page. Like, what if people who are just looking for Star Wars information stumble across that with all the talk of like the like gays and retarded people and whatever that was and drunken nonsense. It's like if you want to attend and see me like struggle with my dignity, with like Cecil and Nurkish, that's cool. You should definitely come. We do them on Tuesday. Winston Smith says that was the best one. Cecil saved it. Adabisi says, lame, you deleted that stream. It was great. Well, look, that's the reason why there is a High Council page. We've got to get the High Council page up and running. I don't really want that on my wall. I don't. Yeah. Bodo says, yeah, it was making your channel dirty. Oh, by the way, and Nurkish said the same thing. Nurkish actually said, yeah, that kind of made me kind of, what's that? What is it like when you get a sick feeling in your stomach from like, it was gross. Yeah, that was how Nurkish said that. So I totally agree. It was funny for a little while, but I tried to end it sooner, and it needs to go. Stevie Sparks says the stream was awful. I had to leave. That is correct. Disgust, nausea, queasy. Right, exactly. So that's the reason why. It's just it doesn't. If you were there and you enjoyed it, great. If you didn't enjoy it, I agree with you. It's not on my page. Russell Brown, thank you for the super chat. Is it hard being a conservative comic artist? I saw an effed up tweet by Kate Leff via No Bullshit saying we need more LGBTQ in comics. What the F? And then thanks for the diaper money. Yeah, is it hard? Well, evidently it is hard because, these wackos just come at you. I mean, they just come at you and they think, it's funny or something. And I'm like, you know what? Like, and they say things like, nobody is going to associate with you. And I'm like, do you see me associating with you people like anywhere? Like, do you see me hanging out with any of you? Like, I live like with my family in the big house in New Jersey. I have real friends. Like, I have maybe like four people in comics that I consider like real friends. You think I want to hang out with Mark Wade? What are you on your out of your mind? I wouldn't hang out with Mark Wade. How sad would it be to go anywhere with Mark Wade? How sad would it be? How miserable would it be to go anywhere with these people who are talking about how we need more LGBTQ in comics? No, we need better comics. We need people who are focused on telling good superhero stories. I would kill myself if I had to sit and listen to these people talk just over dinner. I'd kill myself. Couldn't listen to it. Shut up. Shut up and do good comics. You idiots. You know what I mean? It's like this. It's like what do you think? It's like an honor. It's a joy. It's fun to be around you people. Everyone's afraid. Everyone's afraid to say what they really think because you dummies with your shaved heads are gonna come after them. I'm not afraid. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like the more you talk about me being a conservative in comics, the bigger I get. I'm bigger than ever. I mean, I was sort of like a fading star. Okay, I'd worked with Jeff Johns in the mid 2000s. I did a lot of big comics that stay in print. They sell really well, and a lot of people knew my name and kind of. But I was fading out, and they made me a big, gigantic star again. You idiots! I mean, bigger than Kanye. Yeah, of course. Everybody knows my name now. Everybody has an opinion about me. Everybody. What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen when I kickstart Cyberfrog? What do you think's gonna happen? Do you think people just aren't gonna notice and they're not gonna care? Nope. People are gonna notice. People are gonna care. It's gonna do really well. You made me the avatar of like the right wing in comics, and the right wing in comics is huge. It's huge. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you for everyone who sends me super chats. Thank you to everyone who's a supporter. I just met you all. I love you all very much. Apparently, you kind of went through this with me. You survived the disgusting hit pieces full of lies. You survived all that with me and stayed with me, and we're just stronger now. We're stronger because it's over. You did it. You did it already. What do you think? Like, you think like a cloud of toxicity is a real thing? because SJWs don't like you? Nobody likes SJW. Everybody hates SJWs. Everyone loves Ethan Van Sciver. Jeff Myers, thank you for the super chat. I'll totally hang out and chat with you. I'm just an old school nerd who knows comics and movies and geek business. Let's do this, the Peasants Table. Jeff, listen, I'd hang out with you guys any day of the week. My nieces and nephews love you very, very much. I'd rather keep your company. You understand? I'd rather be with you guys than any of these other people. It's ridiculous, and they're ridiculous. Yeah. Too legit to quit says you could strike me down, but I'll rise up stronger. I keep talking about me. Keep making me a boogeyman to the left. That's great. That's great. Those who are like left wingers who are curious about me will find that I'm none of those things. I'm very nice. I'm respectful of other people's views. I'm not a racist or a bigot or any of these things at all. I am a chauvinist. How can you not be a chauvinist though? Seriously, in this day and age, when you sit there and you see that BuzzFeed article, the Star Wars trivia contest with those two girls. How can you not be a little bit of a chauvinist? I mean, give me a break. So I'm a little bit of a chauvinist, not a sexist though. Army Vet Rod says, "I think your Indiegogo will reach 200 grand." Now, if it did, that would be insane. That would be insane. I don't think it will. I told Zach, I was like, if I can just get half of what you got, I mean, that would be the worst. I mean, that would be the best. I just read Richard is the worst SJW. That would be the best if I could just do that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How come the progressive types are so intolerant of everyone? There, I don't know or care anymore. I just it doesn't matter. I have bad news. Trump is the president, and he's going to be for another 6 years. Sorry, everyone. Yeah. Cypher09 says, "Will there be awesome stretch goals?" Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. You guys tell me what you think about this. Should there be? Okay, so I'm gonna offer the book. I think the book is gonna be 48 pages because I don't want to overextend. I think one of the mistakes that Zach is making right now is that he's offering too much for the money he's getting all at once. You just slow down. Like if you make extra money, bank it and then put out another book. Don't give. He's spending all of the money he's making. So if I were to make as much money as he makes, I would offer the book, a 48-page book. I would offer a signed version. We would offer T-shirts. We would offer sketched versions of the books, so you could actually, for a higher tier price, I will draw Cyberfrog in your copy of the book. I think we might have a super high tier, which includes a page of the original art for the book. I don't really know, but you guys tell me like what you think should happen. I don't know if I want to do prints. It's all about mailing this stuff out too. It has to be easy to mail. James Dietrich, thank you for the super chat. Ever wonder why he screams racist because you alluded to tongue in cheek? Who are you talking about? I'm trying to see context. You alluded tongue in cheek to a supervillain having Nazi tendencies, but they make Cap a Nazi and yeah. I saw one of my fellow pros say, Sinestro is not Space Hitler. It was a writer who had worked on Sinestro. Uh, okay, well, let's check back in 10 years and we'll see whose version of Sinestro is remembered, mine or yours. And then I will tell you, or that will tell you basically, who's right about Sinestro, me or you. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? I mean, whoever does the most memorable version of a character kind of, yeah, gets to announce who's what. Yeah, let's see. KSS says if you raise 100K, you should have Fabio deliver the books. I would love that. How much would Fabio cost uh, to hire to deliver books to people? I don't know. I don't know. Albert Corky says someone needs to take Zach aside and cool it on the stretch goals. The last thing he wants to do is overcommit and end up not being able to afford it. I told him that. He said, "Well, what else can I do? What else can I do?" And I said, "Zach, people want your autograph. If you want to do $100 stretch goal, offer a signed copy. Because right now, nothing that you're doing is autographed. People want their copy autographed. So if you say for $100, I'll sign your copy, you're gonna sell. You're gonna sell. It's $50 for your autograph. Everybody knows who you are. Nobody gets to meet you. You don't do any convention appearances. Your autograph is worth money. And he was like, "No, I don't think so." What the? Yeah. I mean, just please listen to me. No, I'm not going to listen to you. Okay. Evan Christinger says, "How did you get in touch with Jordan Peterson?" Um, okay, so we have a mutual friend. Greg Hurwitz is the writer of Batman: The Dark Knight, and he his wife is also a clinical psychologist who knows Jordan Peterson. And actually, interestingly enough, Greg Hurwitz's wife is the daughter of one of the Little Rascals, the guy who grew up to be Beretta. Remember that show Beretta? Okay, so he married Beretta's daughter, and she is a clinical psychologist, and she knows Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson wanted to do a book. He needed illustrations. Hurwitz recommended me, and now we're friends. And I actually just spoke to Jordan Peterson this morning. Somebody wants more My Girthy Stallion, I think you meant to say. Okay, so what if we did a T-shirt where it's like My Girthy Stallion crushes your little pony, and it's like Waking Nightmare with his hoof on, like crushing on My Little Pony. Would you want that T-shirt? Yeah. Or My Girthy Stallion on your little pony. Irene, thanks for the super chat. Ethan, are you attending Wizard World Philly? Not as a guest. I might. Yeah, I might go. Maybe if I have one of these days, guys, when my channel gets bigger and you guys actually want to hang out in certain cities, we can arrange a meetup, a drink up, or something like that. We don't sit around and have beers. I think that would be fine. Andrew Baker says, "What happened to the bro code?" Here's what happened to the bro code. First of all, you have to know that the other person's doing it. Number two, they get 1 hour, and after 1 hour, bro code's over. I didn't know Zach was streaming now. I thought I was streaming pretty early. Is Cecil attending Wizard World Philly? If he is, that would be great. Uh, you know, that'd be fun. I'd like to hang out with Cecil. Rainbow Brute riding My Girthy Stallion. A lot of people seem to want Rainbow Brute shirts. I think that, yeah, that's something that we will do. Definitely. Army Vet Rod Patreon video say SJWs fear your income and lack of Fs to give. They try to attack you psychologically because they fear the wrath of your creativity. I don't want to hurt anyone though. I mean that's the thing. Like I really don't. And they're only hurting themselves because, A, again, you've made me a big star. It's really strange. I didn't mean to be. I didn't mean for this to happen. And two, you know, listen, you guys, you stop making this industry not profitable. Like, don't you understand? It's like I know what some of you guys get paid, and it's not very much, and you're doing it to yourselves. Classic Soldier, thanks for the super chat. Your opinion on the rise of otherkin and furries? Um, my opinion on it, my unkind opinion is it's crazy. But my more rational Zen opinion is that people should do whatever makes them happy, and as long as they're not hurting other people, and they're not hurting kids, and I don't think they are. They're just pretending to be. They're believing that they're spiritually animals, and that's sexual somehow. Yeah, go do it. That's cool. I don't think it's that. I mean, it's not that weird. It's just people fantasizing. But if you ask me, like, would you want to associate with them? Not really, no. But yeah, I respect people who are just kind of, doing their own thing and having fun. Life is meant to be lived happily. If you need to kind of find what makes you happy, and do it because that's what it is. As long as it's not hurting anyone, find your joy. This is my joy, talking to you guys, drawing comic books, being with my family. These are the things that make me happy. Silver Planet, thank you for the super chat. Any thought on the future of floppies? Do they have one? Do they have a future? No, they don't. They don't have a future. Things are going to change. Um, Yeah, things are gonna change. V told me he was a furry, and it freaked me out. Those of you who are mentioning that V is a furry. Um, yeah. I think honestly, what's gonna happen to comics is they are gonna go digital. They're gonna go digital because it's so much easier to store massive amounts of entertainment on your iPad and walk around with it than it would be to continue to buy these floppies. Things are changing, and not only that, struggling to keep a hobby like this alive. That when you have SJWs tearing it down, what are we gonna hold it up? Like the building is tumbling down all around us. Like yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do? We're under attack. I don't know. What do you guys think? Nuclear Samus says once comics go full digital, I'm out. Well, that the reason why they'll go full digital is because you will be out. So that is the problem. Yeah, but things change. I mean, technology changes. A caustic soldier, thank you for the super chat. You can see you and your family are sincerely happy, and that makes me happy. Yeah, we are. As for the digital comics thing, I think the same for Blu-ray DVD. Yeah, 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 it's dead. Blu-ray DVD is dead. Digital's better. I really liked Blu-ray and DVDs because I really liked having a library and I liked having the extra feature content at my fingertips. But my whole basement is full of DVDs. It's ridiculous. If I could store my entire DVD collection on my iPad, I'd be a happy camper. The problem is then iPads are going to go out of style. It just things change too quickly. That's how you know you're getting old. Yeah, physical media till I die, says Blasted Heath. Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah. I think we've got 10, 15 more years of floppy comics. But when you talk about the future, are comics going to be around in 2050? No, I don't think so. I mean, here's the thing, guys. The reality is that our generation, we only have to worry about taking care of our generation. If our kids don't want comic books, they don't have to have comic books. We have to maintain comic books for each other. That's all that matters. You know, we can't just hope and pray that comics last. For my kids. My kids, I don't know if they're gonna read them, and their kids, I'm sure they aren't. Vile Delinquent says, so you and DNC inspired me to attempt a crowdfunding campaign when y'all are done. Any chance I could trick y'all into advertising for me? Absolutely. Super chats help. You send a super chat and say, read out this link. Um, Stevie Sparks says, I gave World Class Bullshitters a chance because of Ethan. I tried to listen to their drunken Last Jedi commentary until once said disgusting things about Carrie Fisher. Not cool. Oh, I didn't know that. That's not nice. Army Vet Rod says, I believe you'll pass 200,000 with Cyberfrog. And it would be because you heard the SJWs with liars with truth, and all those who hate liars will support you. Well, that isn't Army Vet Rod. That is entirely up to you guys. I have no control over that. If you can make that happen, if you guys can help support this Indiegogo, if my Cyberfrog Indiegogo reached $200,000, do you know what that would say to the rest of the industry? Yeah, it would be it would be enormous. I don't think it can do it. I don't. But then again, I'm prepared to be impressed by you guys. That money would be spent running Cyberfrog for a year. That money would be spent putting out Cyberfrog comics, like a dozen Cyberfrog comics. Uh, Porphyrogenitus says, quotes me as saying the future doesn't matter. That isn't what I said. No, not in so many words. The future does matter. The future of comics for past our generation doesn't matter. Not the way they are now. A Caustic Soldier, thanks for the super chat. What about a revolution in animation so comics can go full motion or animated? Think it's viable? Um, I wish it was. That's a great idea. I'm going to be doing these Cyberfrog trailers to promote the Kickstarter, and they're not going to be animated, but they're going to feel like it. They're just going to be kind of scenes from the comic and music that's meant to make you feel a certain way. And I've got the first one planned, and I can't wait. I mean, that's the kind of thing that just gets my heart. Good music, like real music, and scenes from the book. A quick trailer, you know. Cyberpunk movie. We will make it happen, Ethan. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Uh, Keck wills it. Well, listen, yeah, Keck is a powerful god. Netflix will die. Eventually, not yet though. Stiff Kittens, thanks for the really generous super chat. What are your thoughts on CGC? I personally despise them. Also, will you and Noah ever collaborate together? Okay, first question. I don't despise CGC. I think they caught a wonderful scam, and they're making a lot of money in comic books. And the thing about making money in comics is you need to be creative. They set themselves up as the judge on grading comics. Hold on, let me fix my headset. They set themselves up that way, and they found a method of preserving comics, a product that people like. I guess it's great. Would I ever? I don't want to use them. I don't want my comics locked up. And I've showed you guys my comic book collection. They're like out and about. I have X-Men #2 sitting on my stand raw. It's like the original X-Men #2. I want to handle them. I love comics. So I will not use CGC myself. Also, will you and Noah ever collaborate together? We have. I wrote him a story for Blammo about us, our childhood together, which he illustrated. And there's a video right here on my YouTube channel where he is over my house for Thanksgiving with my dad, with our dad. And my dad writes these little cartoon strips. And the two of us sat down and we redrew his cartoon strips together to make him happy. He almost cried. He was very happy. So that video is available on my channel. Kind of scroll way, way, way back, and you'll see like something like Ethan and Noah go for a draw off video. Collaborating together past that, we talk every day. Um, we'll see. I want him to do well. He doesn't. The thing about Noah also is Noah couldn't deal with what I go through. He couldn't deal with it. Like I go through horrible stuff with these SJWs. I don't want that to ever happen to him. So I don't want him to publicly, uh, you know, speak my name. He doesn't need to do that. Let's see. Um, yeah, we should. We should model our society along the lines of frogs. MW Crazy Horse. I love frogs. Cyberfrog t-shirts are coming, Sinful Souls. We're working on it. We're getting the business put together. My wife is going to run it, and we are going to rock it out. The first Cyberfrog t-shirt design is on my Twitter if you haven't seen it yet. That's just the first one. There will be many, many more. And, also, we're going to have merchandise for this YouTube channel if you guys are interested in things like that. Just to show that, like, hey, you're a fan, you watch the show, you watch the channel, you participate in the live streams, and you get the joke. Yeah, Cyberfrog t-shirts for Canada, you bet. Everywhere. A Cyberfrog loot crate would be hilarious. I would like to do a Cyberfrog loot crate by myself, just for you guys. Jeff Myers, thanks for the super chat. There is a certain poetry to the sequential art of comic books that is unique, man. It's a wonderful bridge between prose and motion picture animation. I love it. Amen. I love it too. I love it too. But will our kids love it? Will our grandkids love it? Oh, it's terrifying. I mean, think about the way comics are right now. What like a kid living today, going to the comic book store, what are they finding that inspires them? What are they finding that excites them, that reaches into their like 11, 12-year-old hearts and grabs hold? What are they finding there? I mean, give me a break. It's not like when we were kids. I mean, I saw Todd McFarlane. I saw Dale Keown. I saw these guys, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, John Byrne. It's impossible not to see that stuff and be hooked. What do these kids have? And somebody said manga. That's right. They have manga. That's what they have. The American art form of comics. I mean, it's like I'm trying my best. Like I know a lot of people are trying to kind of preserve that same sort of feeling, but I feel like we're under attack all the time with just like perversion and ugh. Val Delinquent says, surely you don't think the comic industry is really on its dying legs, do you? The movies are wildly successful, and I foresee it becoming based on indie projects like yours and DNC's. Uh, I have no comment, I guess. I don't know. There's no reason to be depressing. Things are too good right now. Things are too fun. Who do you want playing Cyberfrog's voice in a major motion film? Says Sinful Souls. I've said that I always thought Cyberfrog sounded like one of the Jerky Boys, but maybe not anymore. Maybe not, especially not now. Like When he comes out in 2018, he's completely changed, and there's so much about this story that is about current events. Like Cyberfrog used to be in the 90s, he was all about sort of not caring. Hey, I don't care. Apathy was cool in the 90s. It was cool to just not care about things and to make fun of things that were important, to not get involved, to be a slacker. That was what the 90s were all about. Coming around now in 2018, it's impossible to be a slacker. It's not. You can't. You can't not care. You have to care because people are making you care. You have no choice. And a cyberfrog in 2018, with the metaphor of the world being taken over by these hornets, these nest building, this hive. You can't just be apathetic anymore and just eat your Kentucky Fried Chicken and drink your soda pop and watch Maury Povich. Like you can't do that anymore. It's not possible. So Cyberfrog's voice now in 2018 would change, and it would sound a little bit more. I don't know. I don't even know, but it would be a- angrier. Uh, yeah. I don't know. I got to think about it. A caustic soldier, thanks for the big super chat. I appreciate you, my friend. The average attention span is now 6 seconds, which is why music is suffering too. Yes, I think reading in general is dead, despite us doing more. I mean, look at manga, 4 panels per page, hardly any dialogue. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what? Even me, like, with all of my options, all of my entertainment options, I find it hard to listen to an album. Last night, I was working late, late, late night, and I just said, I'm gonna stop looking at social media. I'm gonna put on Simon and Garfunkel, okay? Which because I was listening to Ricky Gervais, and um, he mentioned the song "The Only Living Boy in New York" and said it was the most beautiful piece of music he'd ever heard. I want to hear that. So I went to my Apple Music. I put on the whole album and listened to it all the way through, and it felt like a massage. It was like, oh my gosh, like I'm not ADD, scanning the internet. I'm actually having beauty sort of put into my ears here, and I'm able to focus and work. It used to be like that all the time. I used to listen to the same album over and over again when I was a kid, and patiently draw. Can we do that again? Can we get back to that in comics? I hope so. The Peewee, thanks for the super chat. I've lost a lot of SJW friends due to my political and non-politically correct view. They were relentless. I know, my friend. Hi, I'm with you. I'm EVS, and you can say to them, hey, we don't have to talk about politics. We don't have to, uh, we can just respect that we disagree and still be friends because we have other things in common. Now that was the initial response. That was what this channel was all about. If you remember, you can't do that with people who aren't real people. They're not real people. They're sociopathic. They are out to simply destroy you. That's all. They don't want to listen. They'll pretend that they want to listen to gain the upper hand, to get an advantage over you. They are out to hurt and destroy you. They cannot be reasoned with in any way, because they're not looking for the same thing that you're looking for. You're looking for an adult conversation. You're looking for friendship. They're not. They're looking to press the advantage and make you sorry that you were ever born. So I mean, that's the truth. I wouldn't worry about losing SJW friends. They're not real people at all. They're not real people. Um, Liberals are. I mean, don't get me wrong. SJWs are different from liberals. Liberals are decent people who really care about the country and don't want to hurt anyone. SJWs want to hurt people, and that is reality. So ignore. I'm watching on Twitter. I'm watching people try to actually talk to certain high-profile SJW scumbags and reason with them, and I'm watching the SJW scumbags pretend that they're listening and they're reasonable. They're not. They're just pretending. It's fake. They're just trying to find. They're baiting you. They're trying to find some way to hurt you. Ignore them. Ignore them. Our community is so strong and so good and so positive, despite what they say. They're lying, and they lie constantly. This community protects itself. We protect each other. We care about each other. We care about comics. We care about Star Wars. We care about pop culture, and we care about just caring about each other. It's you know, there's no reason to seek any validation from sociopaths. Ignore them. A Caustic Soldier, thanks for another big super chat. I walked into Sanity last week and I saw Frog Stomping from Silverchair and I laughed that it had survived to 2018 with the second coming of Cyberfrog. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Evan Christinger says, Ethan, did you get a free copy of Superman 1000? No, I didn't. I don't think they were giving them out. You can get a digital free copy if you work at DC. Um, they gave everyone digital comics accounts. You could download everything for free. I never bothered with it. I never took the password. I never applied. I don't want digital comics from DC. Uh, and that's just fine. If I'll probably go out and buy it and read it, but I haven't been to the comic store in so long. I am preoccupied with Cyberfrog, with my YouTube channel. I'm preoccupied with my family. I can't. I don't have time to go to the comic shop, and it kind of sucks. But I want to change things as much as I can. Um, yeah. Along came a rat said SJWs want to seem like they're virtuous saints while perpetuating actual evil. Well, we see it. So, all right, this has gone so long. This is 80 minutes. Now, I usually do this for an hour, but this was a particularly uh, more kind of passionate live stream. I meant it to be goofy. It's called Fake News. I was going to make fun of the CNN Star Wars article, but we didn't get to it. And yeah, I'm so grateful to you guys for your continued support. Now, one thing that I said today earlier, I said, look, SJWs tried to destroy me and they ended up making me bigger than ever. And it wasn't them that made me bigger than ever. It's you guys that made me bigger than ever. Okay? And I want to thank you. I will thank you so much. I mean, I just want to thank you for your support, for your encouragement, for watching my videos, for buying my comic books, for being here in my live streams, to chat with me. I love you all tremendously, and this is it's great. It's really a nice thing. Yeah. All right. I'm getting some love back. I love you guys very much. Mellow Soul, thank you so much for the super chat. Keep shining the light, EVS. That's what we do. All of you need to keep shining the light. Be brave. Don't be stupid. Don't understand. I mean, we talk about Brer Rabbit a lot. I mean, there's the story of the tar baby, which I found out later was racist. But anyway, the tar baby was made out of tar, and it was just made to look like this baby sitting on a log. And when you tried to talk to it, and it ignored you, and it made you want to punch it, and you got stuck. And the more you struggled with it, the more tied up in the tar baby you became until you were just a mess and trapped. And that is definitely how you need to treat these people. Ignore them. Russell Brown, thank you so much for the super chat. Uncle Evan, I know it's Ethan. Uncle Evan is a new thing. I like it. I kind of dig it. I love all your Star Wars vids. I would love it if you put out one a day. Therefore, I could contribute to a bigger trash can. I think I do. What do you mean, put out one Star Wars video a day? I think I put out like two sometimes. Um, yeah, the channel's growing so fast. We're gonna hit 30,000 in a couple days, which I never dreamed of. And from there, the bigger your channel grows, the faster it grows. So we are like a snowball rolling downhill. And I think the channel is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Cecil says, I have been slandered here tonight. Cecil, it was done with love. Sorry. And a lot of people are asking that I kick V. Luckily, V is not in this chat that I know of. Everyone on the way out, please smash that like button. Subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Make sure that you click the bell for notifications. Some people say I didn't get notified for this chat. Double check to make sure that you have clicked the bell and that you will always get a notification so that you can be here with me. Much love. I'm going to go hang out with my wife, who is absolutely gorgeous and patient while I do these live streams with you guys. You guys take good care. Have a good night. Bye bye.